Hey everyone, welcome back to the Upside Tools YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down everything you need to know about our brand new tool, the Esports Discrepancies tool. This new tool scans multiple different DFS apps in real time for esports props, things like headshots, kills, and assist lines across all the major esports like League of Legends, CS2, Valorant, DOTA, and Call of Duty. Now allow me to briefly explain how this tool works and what you guys are actually looking at. When there is a clear outlier and one DFS app is off from the rest, the play that you should be taking will be highlighted in green with an arrow telling you if you should be taking the over or the under on that specific player prop. For instance, let's go ahead and use Faker, maps 1 through 3 kills, and this is a League of Legends prop. We can see here that thanks to this tool that we have 3 different data points that currently have an over-under for Faker's kills maps 1 through 3. We have PrizePicks that currently has his over-under set at 11, Underdog that currently has his over-under set to 12.5, and DK-Pick6 that has his over-under set to 11.5. So we have 2 data points, PrizePicks, who has their line set to 11, and DK-Pick6, who has their line set to 11.5, in agreement that Underdog, in this example, is a little too high with their 12.5 kill projection. So the recommended play when it comes to Faker, kills maps 1 through 3, would be to take the under 12.5 kills over on Underdog. When it comes to these different DFS apps, and especially these esports markets, all of them set their lines independently. So we run into instances where one DFS app, in this case Underdog, is off from the market consensus. So all we want to do in that case is pick on the app that is the outlier. Let's quickly go over one more example that you guys are going to be running into if you're utilizing this tool, and that is when we have multiple data points that are only 0.5 off from one another. So when there isn't one DFS app that is a clear-cut outlier in regards to the rest of the market, we've decided to leave those player props without a recommended play. We've done this because it's difficult to deem one DFS app as the leading source of truth when it comes to setting their esports lines. Now, a lot of you may think that PrizePicks is the best at setting their esports lines. So if that is the case, you would want to use PrizePicks as your actual source of truth when finding discrepancies using this tool. So for instance, this Apex play over maps 1 and 2 headshots, we can see that PrizePicks currently has his over-under set at 12, Underdog has it set at 12.5, and DK-Pick6 has it set at 11.5. So no clear outlier when it comes to these 3 DFS apps. So the recommendation would be not to play this player prop at all on any DFS app. Now this far right percentage column represents the maximum discrepancy percentage between the highest and the lowest line. In other words, it just tells you how far apart the DFS apps are on the specific player prop. So this example here, Artfrost map 1 headshots, is currently set at 5 on PrizePicks and 3.5 on Underdog. The discrepancy percentage between PrizePicks and Underdog, seeing as these are only 2 data points, with PrizePicks being the highest and Underdog being the lowest line, is currently set at 42.9%. And that's because a 1.5 headshot or a 2 headshot difference between 3.5 to 5 or 5 to 7 is much larger than a 2 kill difference between 30 and 32 for something like map 1 to 3 kills or map 1 to 2 kills in CS2. The percentage scales with relative difference, so you can quickly gauge which props are truly mispriced versus which ones are just minor deviations. We also have some filter features up top like a refresh button, the ability to search by a specific player or matchup. You can filter by different leagues, the amount of books or DFS apps that need to meet your requirement for player props to populate, and then the ability to turn on or off different multipliers, which is especially helpful for a DFS app like Underdog. All in all, the best way to use this tool is to find the green highlighted plays and take the recommended over or under that is being displayed to you on the tool at that time. All in all, the best way to use the Esports Discrepancy tool here at Upside Tools is to scan it, find a highlighted green play, and take either the over or under, whatever is recommended to you on that specific DFS app. If you guys have any questions at all when it comes to this tool or want to learn more, please go ahead and leave a reply in the comment section below.